beautiful beings. Welcome to this timeless tarot reading. I'm going to start with clearing the energy with some frequency with my bell. I call upon my guides, my angels, my ancestors, and my galactic family of the highest love and light to please channel through me the messages this collective needs to hear at the time that it reaches them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. All right, let's see what's gonna come through today. Okay, so we're starting with the Two of Wands, which says on it, I focus on what I want and make it happen. The crystal is the garnet. So these two cards came out together and they want to be read together. So it came out with the Three of Wands, which was behind it. I have the energy I need to realize my goals. So a lot of the Two of Wands energy, this is after your spark of inspiration or your passion or the kind of plan you're sort of realizing in your mind. These are the next steps that you're taking. So you're putting in place a plan right now to really achieve what you want to get out of this new year. Potentially you're like, I see someone opening a planner and like writing down goals in a planner and maybe breaking them down into smaller goals to slowly accomplish, maybe writing a book, or maybe it's like a new workout plan for you, or diet, or interviews for a career, or a song, or an art project. It's very much the energy of you not just looking ahead, but physically writing in the plans to make these manifestations of what you want to come true. You could even be studying for some sort of exam that you're taking to further your knowledge or career in some way. That's kind of what I'm getting. And this could also specifically relate to travel for some of you. So maybe you're planning a trip that's a trip you really want to take, or a place that's been calling you. You're planning potentially how you're going to get there, like how you're going to get the funds to get there. You could be planning your excursions on the trip, where you want to go, what you want to see and do. And it could be, I'm getting maybe for some of you, a trip for like education. So like maybe you're going on a type of retreat that's for yoga or Reiki or mediumship of some kind is what I'm getting. So maybe some of you are traveling to a specific location to deepening spiritual understanding or learning of some sort of skill or craft that you're passionate about. Definitely hearing something about creative or romantic partnerships are being favored a little bit at the moment. So you might come in contact or are in contact with someone who really sees and feels the world in the way that you see and feel the world. You could be attracting that towards you, a sort of divine creative partnership or friendship or romance or deepening of yourself. But I'm potentially seeing a connection with someone that's being drawn to you because of the frequency you're vibrating at. And there's been a lot of healing and getting ready to be able to fully embrace that type of connection in a really healthy, beautiful way, where you're both connecting on a lot of levels of not just frequency, but also like your own perspectives, the things you're passionate about, your creativity, how you feel about certain topics, or how you engage with the world, and how it might be different from others in some sort of way. And then the Three of Wands is going right along with the Two of Wands energy, because this is like the plans that you're making coming into being and shape. So, the timing is going to be a little bit different for each of you. So maybe you're in the planning stage, or maybe you've just finished the planning stage and you're going on to the taking shape stage, where now that you've written everything down and planned everything out, now you're starting to take some physical action to get ready for the trip. So maybe you're buying a suitcase, or maybe you're getting plane tickets, or maybe you're doing or selling certain things or working specific hours to, gather the funds for the trip. Or if it's plans for a project, you're starting to write on your book and I'm seeing a detailed outline potentially, and you starting to chip away at each part of the book if that's one of you, or starting to put your brush or your pencils or paint or whatever it is to your canvas if you're an artist. And it's also just a symbol that you're ready to embark on this new upcoming challenging adventure. It also could be something that you're planning for, but you're not quite sure what you're planning for some of you. You just know you feel like you need to be ready because something new and exciting is in store for this year of the horse that's gonna kind of challenge you in a way that will just help you grow exponentially in a very beautiful way. I don't think the challenge is so much of an emotional turmoil challenge, and more of a challenge of you expanding your skills, expanding your spiritual abilities, expanding new types of media or new types of ways of potentially thinking or writing or being. And you might be going straight into uncharted waters or uncharted territory. I'm seeing, they're showing me a boat and a sailor, and it's they just got off the part of the map that's charted, and now you're charting your own course in this uncharted exploration of this next chapter, this next phase of your life that's basically about to begin, probably within a month is what I'm getting. You might hear back on certain things. You might just get accelerated in your path with new opportunities. And it's going to be exciting. It's not like a scary charting of uncharted waters. It's like super exciting. It's like, I can't wait to dive into this new thing that I've always wanted to explore and I never got to the chance to until now. Or I can't wait to dive into this new thing and you didn't really think about it before, but you're falling in love with this new thing you're learning about. Whether it's like a spiritual gift or something physical, maybe it's a new type of career for you. Whatever it is, it's going to be really exciting and propel you forward through a lot of significant, I'm hearing advancements. So that's really beautiful. I'm feeling just a lot of optimism and energy and progress. So there's just this positive charge I'm feeling around everything. So it's not just about this adventure. It's also about like any creative projects, any hobbies you have, any relationships you have. It's almost like there's a recharging of your body and on your path that you're aligning to. And it's like any idea that you've been nurturing is starting to take shape, whatever that is for you. But that's what they're saying. And, you know, it's like the departure date is soon approaching, is what they're saying, for this new adventure that you're going to embark on. So this is really exciting. I'm definitely feeling like there's been some sort of stabilization in your timeline, and like timeline shifting that's happened is something they're saying to me. So there's like a stabilization for you, really anchoring in the highest timeline, the highest frequencies, in this potentially like 5D, 4D experience that you're calling in for yourself and for the world. Is there any more messages from the tarot that wants to come through in this deck? I'm feeling like this card wants to come through. Interesting. This is called the Black Newman. So I'm not sure what the card this is potentially referencing from, because to me this seems like an added card from the deck. But I'm going to feel into it a little bit and hold it up so you guys can also take a little peek. Black Newman. Ooh. So I'm personally feeling some sort of like very, very strong pull to the moon energy, like the new moon and the full moon energy. And Black Newman to me is really calling out the new moon, as we are at the time of this reading. We are currently approaching a new moon. We just had a full moon and we're approaching this new moon. So this could be a time marker, is something that I'm feeling like around this new moon is going to be potentially the time that you might really start having more concrete plans and goals. So that's around the time you might be booking tickets or having some revelations or some shifts in the direction of where you're going that's in alignment with your highest path that you've been planning. I'm seeing like they're up above these steps and there's these hands that are trying to grab them at the bottom. And I feel like these hands are people who want your light that they can't have. Like they want it, but they can't have it. They can't reach you. Oh, okay. Okay, so like my spirit team is saying that they can't get you or reach you anymore because you are no longer on the same timeline. So it's like the only thing that's separating timelines is like a very thin veil, but that veil is pretty strong enough that you can't necessarily interact with people who are on potentially a darker or less aligned timeline than you. So there's this energetic barrier that is preventing lower vibrational things from steering you off your path because you're fully anchored in this new beginning, this new chapter is what I'm really hearing. And it's really interesting because the hands that are holding these flames with like eyes in them are really, I'm drawn to them because a part of it I'm feeling like is your third eye abilities. You could have a connection to the violet flame, like this very transmuting power that is something others might covet, is your ability to transmute energy and negative feelings into a sense of purpose or positivity that can fuel you and not letting it drag you down, because it's like whatever the spiritual gifts you're using, whether it's like the violet flame or like your own alchemy, it's eating you and your ability to anchor into this higher timeline. So it's like you can no longer get like pulled down into lower timelines because you stabilized your existence in this like 5D timeline, this timeline that's of like the highest love and light essentially. And you're maintaining that frequency by quickly transmuting energy. When you start feeling lower vibrational feelings, you're pretty quickly transmuting that, so you're staying on this like higher pedestal is what I'm getting. And you could have some very strong connections to the higher realms, to your third eye, to your visions, to your feelings, and your thoughts as well. So these are actually, I'm looking at the book for this deck because these are extra cards that this author has added, and this is called White Newman, a Sacred Animal Tarot, if you're curious. And sometimes, according to them, this can signify the world being about to be spun upside down and them guarding their altar. And although it can have a more almost like tower energy associated with it, that's not the energy I'm feeling from it. Your world and the world at large can be spun upside down because like the world at large is in a bit of chaos state. But I just feel like you're so aligned on your higher path that chaos is not going to take you. You're not going to surrender to the chaos. You have this strength, this spiritual strength, this soul strength, this anchor into the love and light of the universe, that no matter the chaos that's potentially around you, you're not going to drown. You're not going to give into it, and you're aligned on your path, your plans, your goals. You know that all you can really do right now is focus on you and not everything else. It's like you're focused on what you can control and not the things you can't control. And the things you can't control is your own vibration, your own voice, your own passions, your own projects, your own goals, your own things you want to achieve. And so that's something that I feel like you're really anchoring in, is these goals, these manifestations, these opportunities, these adventures you're embarking on. And maybe when you're embarking on them, you might feel like a world shifting. It's like almost world shifting when you start going on this trip or this new chapter of your life, this new cycle, this new everything. There's so much newness I'm constantly feeling in this new year. Some things you might know, and then there's a whole bunch of handfuls that are going to be surprises that your spirit team has for you to help you grow in a very beautiful, loving way and show you potentially new things you've never thought about, or new skills or hobbies or people. Like, it's all kinds of new energy. I don't know why, but they're telling me you will never surrender to the darkness of night. So if that really resonates with someone, that would be awesome. I'm feeling called to these horse cards. So let's see if the horses and unicorns have a message as we embark on this year of the horse. Okay. Ooh, how interesting. So this is the horse we got. The horse is Navajo. You can choose to change what you think, do, or want. So this is a beautiful horse, and this horse to me is showing a connection between pretty much all living things. Like, I'm very drawn to the cactus and the snakes and the plants. It's like the horse isn't afraid of the pokey cactus or potentially venomous snakes and stuff, because they're all about living in balance and harmony with these creatures. And it's like you understand everything has its place and everything deserves respect. And this swift direction you're taking definitely has to do with these goals, these plans you're making. And some of this could have to do, again, with some spiritual growth of you changing potentially, or you have changed the way you think, or what you want to do with your life, what career you want to pursue, what new hobbies you want to pursue, maybe a new place you want to live. And this is a card that's showing me agency. Like, it keeps saying agency to me, that you have the power. You have the power to choose what direction you want to go, what you want to change. Like, if there's a career that's not serving you, you can change that. If there's a place you're at that's not serving you, you can change that. Like, you are this agent of power, of choice, of decision. And I feel like you are doing that. It's like, this is right along with like you asserting your plans and really going forward on your plans. You're potentially in this new cycle, in this new year, changing everything. I'm going to hold this up to the camera a little bit longer. changing everything about your life. It could be how you think, how you move through the world, how you perceive others, what you want to do. So they're telling me you're in control of your destiny and your happiness. So that really means a lot, because I'm just seeing a big detachment from 3D ways of thinking or being, because you are no longer going to, your like emotions or feelings and everything of the sort is no longer going to be controlled by external sources. You're in the place of power and of highest alignment where you choose what you want in the world. If you want to experience friendship, connection, and love, you're going to be manifesting and calling that in and walking towards that and making moves and plans to get towards or closer to your community or to your passion or your goals, whether that's with career or relationships or where you're living or skills or things you want to learn. You're in the driver's seat, you're in control, and you're going to be moving in that direction that is calling you. Because you're not going to fall into old patterns, old ways of thinking or being, or accepting status quo. There is no accepting of status quo, especially not now. You know you are a divine being that deserves to experience the highest levels of growth, of light, of love, of belonging. And so you're going to be moving in that direction. Uninhibited too. Like they're saying uninhibited. So there might be bumps, but nothing's going to stop you from the direction and goals you're headed. So I'm going to see if there's some symbols that want to come out. So these are symbols I've channeled from my galactic family, specifically like Andromedan family. And I have like the channeled messages I'm going to read to you on the back of this. Ooh, it holds the frequency of transformational fire, not destructive, but transmutational. A claiming of power, a person who chooses to return after feeling broken. This can represent one who has died many times in spirit, yet keeps rising in tenderness. You are not who hurt you. You are the fire that rose from it. Let your scars become spells. There's an encoded permission to feel and shine, and a reawakening of starseed DNA, and a remembrance that occurs in ease. It can activate the light body and help transmute feelings of loss, this family dysfunction, trauma, and feelings of uncertainness around identity. This can help integrate and reweave the soul with a story of love. Wow, so like this symbol is really about this transmutational energy. It's like the same energy I was seeing with that fire, is that you have done a lot of transmuting. Maybe you're still on the last leg of transmuting things that no longer serve you. And it's really powerful energy. You're reclaiming your power. You're transmuting the old story into something more integrated with love. So as you charge on this new destiny, this new adventure, you have your power back. You're reclaiming your power from every lifetime, from every trauma. You are reclaiming that. You are the sacred fire and the flame. And you could be reawakening some connections with the stars. So this is the other one that popped out. And this one says, this is the glyph that holds the vibration of ascended movement. It's a launch code for soul expansion and multidimensional travel. It hums with propulsion and remembrance. It represents a soul's incubation and sudden awakening and breaking free from old architecture, busting out of your chrysalis made of limiting beliefs. You are never meant to stay caged. Your wings were grown in shadow and starlight. Now rise. Rise in your true form. This is a declaration of readiness. I am no longer delaying the inevitable rise. I'm going to repeat that because it's very powerful. I am no longer delaying the inevitable rise. This is a potent symbol during times of personal acceleration, spiritual breakthroughs, timeline shifts, or preparing for contact in meditation. This can help activate the Merkaba and helps with dimensional jumps, as well as a release code, liberating those ready to step into a multidimensional mission without fear. So, yeah, these two are completely aligned. So we have you reclaiming your power, transmuting the old story into something new, and then boom, out of the chrysalis. It's like beyond a butterfly. It's like what I'm saying. It's like that's too weak and fragile. It's more like you could have been in stasis, right? But while you were in stasis, because this is saying your wings were grown in darkness and in starlight, but like while you're in this stasis, this germination period, the whole time you were getting stronger and wiser and more ready for this next chapter, for this new adventure, this spiritual awakening, this connection with potentially the stars or your spirit team or whatever you connect with on a higher level. I have this strong feeling that there's going to be a deepening of that. And there could also be a call to go in a deep meditation to maybe reconnect, because I'm hearing that this new year could potentially be bringing in for a lot of you new spirit guides, and they want to connect with you. They want to be there for you. They want to help you because you've completed an old cycle and you're breaking through in this new cycle a whole lot stronger. And so you have an upgrade, not just of yourself, but there's going to be an upgrade in your spirit team who are going to be equipped for this next phase of accelerated potential and acceleration of timelines, manifestations, of adventure, of new discoveries within yourself, and also discoveries within the external world, reflecting back to you. And I keep hearing that there's some new guides stepping forward who want to connect with you and help you on this beautiful new journey you're headed down. I'm feeling like the Pokemon cards are calling. So yeah, it's like very, very unique message coming through. But we are getting rapidly close to the start of the Lunar New Year, of the new Chinese year. All right, do the Pokemon have a little message for this collective at this time that wants to come through? This one wants to come out. Interesting. This one I got in my previous reading. This is Rhyhorn, and it says its massive bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones, and it can easily knock a trailer flying. It's interesting. It says, like, if heads, the defending Pokemon can't attack Rhyhorn during the opponent's next turn. That is really sticking out to me because this is going along with me feeling like people who aren't aligned with you, who aren't in the same timeline as you, they can't get to you. They can't attack you. They can't reach you. There might be people who are not of your highest good, who want to like reach out to you, but they just can't. It's like they can't find you, or they can't bring it within themselves to reach out because it's not in alignment anymore. The veil is now separating you as you've stepped into your power, and you've stepped into this new version of you for this new timeline, for this new cycle. And there's this strength. Oh my gosh. So they're telling me that Reinhorn is kind of like the symbol of you breaking out of the chrysalis. You're not breaking out of like your chrysalis or this old cycle or this old timeline weak or fragile, or like you need to, dry off your wings. It's like Reinhorn. It's like you're beefy. You're strong. It's like you busting your way out with your strength, with your power, with your fierce transmutational fire, and you have this just crazy level of strength, of growth, of newness, of it's just beefy. Like there's no better way to put it. It's like you're beefy. You're spiritually beefy. Like you're not going to take anything that isn't for your highest good. It's no longer in alignment, so it can't even really get to you. And even if someone tries to throw something at you, you can just, it'll bounce off you like it's nothing. So you're very strong. You're very strong. You're very ready for all these new adventures and chapters. You've come out so much stronger from all you've learned these past cycles. All right, is there a card that wants to come through in my Cowgirls and Aliens Oracle? Is there a message? All right, that's the one. Aw, we got the Scientist. I share my creativity with the world. But something I'm seeing is when you're like breaking into this new timeline or version of yourself, it's like you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be experienced. Whether that's you physically, like you as your soul, or also your work, your discoveries, your books, your art, your songs, your music, your buildings, your plans, like whatever it is for you, you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be known, you're meant to be recognized for your work. Whatever that takes shape for each of you, it's going to be different for each of you. But the world wants you, it needs you. You're an anchor for this 5D, because when you anchor in the 5D for yourself, you're also helping to anchor it in for the world. And people need your energy, they need your essence. Not in a grabbing, coveting way, but in an inspirational way, like seeing you go through things that you have and come out stronger and, beautiful and humble and still wise and kind and sensitive and caring. You didn't let the world harden you to a point of being rough around the edges. It's like you were able to keep your softness, which is really hard to do, but you were able to do that. And your creativity is potentially going to cause shockwaves through the world, is something I'm hearing. So you've got a lot going for you, honestly. Whatever you're going to do, the world needs it. It needs more of it. We've always needed your energy, but I feel like in this next chapter of your life, you're going to be seen potentially more or recognized more for your talents, your gifts, your energy. And even if it's as simple as like maybe you're a barista and you're really good at mixing drinks, and people are really going to recognize your creativity when it comes to brewing or mixing and things like that. Like you elevate wherever you work or whatever your passion is or whatever you do, you elevate it. You elevate it with your creativity, your essence, your smile, your voice. There are so many ways to express creativity, and that's why we need all of you and all of your divine expressions of yourselves. My Lemuria cards want to come through. They love to be spread and pulled. That's how they just prefer to be chosen. So this one, this one. Okay, let's see what these Lemuria cards have to do that are coming through today. I think it's been a little bit since I've pulled from Lemuria, but as we are anchoring in a new timeline, higher dimensional frequencies, that is what Lemuria is all about. So, oh my gosh. The first card is Starseed Elemental. So, I'm probably talking to a starseed, or there's a very strong starseed energy in this message, because I was really felt pulled to pull on my galactic channeled message from my star family. You might have a very strong connection with your star family, or they want to deepen that connection with you in this next year. They might want to reach out to you, connect with you in dreams or meditation, or maybe even seeing them in the sky or something, or just a deep emotional connection, whatever it is. It might be calling to reach out to you. But when it's Starseed Elemental, I'm getting that you have a connection not just to earth elements. So your connection to, you might feel a deep connection to, like the water, the air, fire, earth, but you also might feel a very strong connection to elements in the stars, like stardust energy, the light that comes from stars. Like, I believe light can be a very elemental source, so maybe starlight is something you connect with, or the light that's reflected from the sun, from off the moon or other moons, or plasma energy, or just different elemental energy from other multi-dimensions. I definitely think you might be able to jump between dimensions or experience multiple dimensions, which is what this symbol is referencing. If you can't already do it, it's probably something that you're being prepared to do if you're not already traveling interdimensionally. Like, you could be traveling to other planets, other worlds, other dimensions. You could be traveling to like Fae dimensions or Dragon dimensions or Galactic Family dimensions, or dimensions with your spirit guides or angels, whatever it is. But there's a strong galactic element I'm feeling from you guys. So hello, it's great to say hi to another galactic starseed. It's a beautiful energy, because like as starseeds, part of our mission here is to be this bridge. We're becoming a bridge across stars. It's like we're this rainbow bridge of connection. We're like the connection points, so we can really connect with higher levels of frequency and beings across dimensions, across stars. Because a lot of galactics, they're not necessarily existing in our dimension. They've evolved into a higher dimension. So it's a lot of multi-dimensional travel when we're connecting with higher non-earth beings. And then we have third eye chakra. the penal perspective. So your pineal gland could be fully online or fully awakened at this moment, or if it's not, it's about to be. I feel like that's part of your path. Your path is to have everything online, nothing's blocked from you, and your spiritual gifts are only going to keep growing in this timeline, because you want to grow your gifts. You want to be fully online. You want your DNA fully online. You want your crystalline structure fully online, because the more we're able to strengthen our spiritual and our crystalline body, the more love, the more higher frequencies we can hold within ourselves and experience while we're in this world and in this timeline, on this incarnation here. But also the more we can anchor in for the world, so the world can call it in, because when we anchor it in for ourselves, we're also anchoring it in for everyone else. And so it's not necessarily selfish when you're transmuting your feelings and your trauma and your energy and stepping into your power and focused on your goals and your manifestations and your highest timeline. Because when you're doing all that, you're also helping heal the world. When you transmute your trauma and your experiences into love and light, and you don't let them define you anymore, and you anchor into your power continuously, that's helping relieve the world of that. Now there's a little bit more light in the world when you're claiming your power and you're claiming your light and you're transmuting. You're a little beacon of light on earth now. And now earth is holding more light because you chose to let go and release and transmute what didn't serve you. So now the earth also isn't holding that. And it's holding more light because of you. And you're creating this rainbow bridge, this multidimensional bridge of connection to the higher realms, so earth can experience that more too. And definitely you might be highly sensitive, you might really have a lot of experiences in your dreams and meditations. You could feel things from other dimensions of the highest love and light, your spirit team or angels or fae or dragons or galactic family or your guides or deities you might work with, whoever it is. I feel like you're potentially able to see them, to hear them, to feel them. Like everything is coming fully online, so you can fully experience everything that the world and multi-dimensions have to offer for you in this lifetime. Because you weren't here just to suffer. You were here to overcome your suffering and be this beacon of light for your creative endeavors to flood the world. That's what I'm hearing. And it could flood the world maybe by just impacting one person, and that person impacts another person. Then you have a chain reaction that you don't even see or realize, where you impacted a lot of people just by one thing you've done, or one person who sees or hears your voice or your smile, or like whatever it is. The butterfly effect is huge. And the waves that you're creating of beauty, of love, of connection, like I can literally see like your heart building like rainbow bridges up into the sky, up into like higher dimensions of love, of light, of unconditional like highest love and light and assurance that channels through you to you, but also can be anchored in right into the earth from your feet. Like it goes all the way from there to you, to the ground, which is going to have massive impacts. Even if it might seem slow, it's not going to be super slow for long. I definitely feel like acceleration is happening. There's a lot of breaking through. There's a lot of new adventures, just on the horizon. And things you're going to experience this year that some things you didn't even plan for. You're planning for some of it, but some of it, Spirit's just going to be like, surprise! And it's going to be beautiful. So that's all I'm really hearing coming through. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for existing. Thank you for choosing the light. Thank you for transmuting. Thank you for your essence and your vibration and everything you bring to this world by being you. Sending you so much love and light.